Today, Maxim Zarakovich and Elina Rakimova accused each other of lacking sincerity and decided to end their relationship.
Yes, we're really breaking up. I honestly don't need this at all. I won't lie down with someone.
A bed that I find unpleasant. Elina, can you please get a grip and live normally?
The guys continue to live in the same room, and maybe they will manage to overcome the crisis. After yesterday's quarrel, Alexei Bezus and Katya Kvashnikova tried to find ways to reconcile. Sorry for where I offended you, but I didn't
A
insult
noise. Just want to take it like this and give him a punch.
you. Even though apologies were made, the conflict is not yet resolved. Today, a grand scandal erupted between Ekaterina Gorina and her grandmother. Natalia Mikhailovna washed Katya's clothes without her permission.
Stay away from me. Stay away from me, please. I simply cannot tolerate rudeness by definition.
All right, I forgive you. Wow, all right, damn.
Did Katya really decide to kick her grandmother off the project? Anton Bekujev will find out at the meeting place.
For Natalia Mikhailovna, my doors are always open. I have a folding bed where I will sleep, and I will offer her my big bed. But why such schemes? We will find out with Anton Maxim.
Hello, everyone. Indeed, Ilya Ibarov was wiping tears on Tali Mikhailovna today. Lesha, you offered her your help, brought a folding bed to your room. And only Katya Gorina was painting, which surprised me a lot. Katya, how can you kick your own grandmother out of the room?
Wait, in what context did I tell her to leave the room? Did I say, pack your things and leave here? I kicked her out into the hallway in winter in the cold and told her to leave the room.
Honestly, the context doesn't even matter. You did it very rudely. You did it in an ugly way. You said you were tired of her. You said pack your things and leave, that you need to live separately. Katya, it was total disrespect. You opened the door and shouted, leave.
The conversation started with the fact that when I moved into this room, I sorted things and put aside things in the corridor that I no longer wear and want to give away. Grandma decided to help me, and without clarifying why these things were there, she washed all these things and hung them on hangers. I already made a small remark to her a long time ago that I don't wear these things. I sorted them out. Today she again started telling me that there's some strange color palette. I said that these things were sorted out and you created a disservice because I have to collect them now, sorting them out from these hangers. I told her that in the future I would like her to ask me what these things are and what needs to be done with them. And she told me that I should be grateful to her, say thank you. I put them away in bags and took them to the wardrobe.
Terrible act. Just a terrible act.
It's not a
Disgusting.
terrible act. Wait, Anton, it's not a terrible act, but why should I ask her to say thank you if she did? Because she wanted
Wanted to help you. She didn't know. Okay,
She didn't know. And to know in the future, you need to clarify. Therefore, the language of communication. Let me take her things. Listen, Katya, are you ordering?
I think this is just some kind of
Consider-
excuse. Moreover, honestly, a petty one. She cooks for you. She washes for
Wait,
you.
Don't
she
wash
tries
them.
to help you.
Don't
and
wash
you
them.
treat her like
you don't
some
treat
kind
her
of
like some kind of
servant.
servant. So they were washed. You shouted at your grandmother and kicked her out,
Like-
Katya. Sorry, we are now. It's not winter in the yard. We have several rooms, several spaces here. Can I have my own space? I understand that I can't go anywhere. I need to dry my hair.
Listen, this is your shared room, and you live there, and Grandma, and you shouted, leave, I want to dry my hair. You opened the
Kicked her
door
out,
and kicked
right.
her out.
Anton, I suggested to her to close the topic. She didn't want to close
Katya
this.
would have just left
subject matter, for
herself,
what reason?
gone to
I
another
genuinely want to
room and
express myself
dried her
sincerely.
hair.
Please listen. We are currently situated in the room. I did not
It's just
expel
as
her to
much
the
her
street.
room
Are
as
you
it is
commanding
yours.
her?
It's disrespectful towards an
Okay.
adult, to an elder who did nothing wrong.
What to do
You're
now?
behaving
All right, really,
disrespectfully
Katya, pretty
now.
girl. You can take my things. Do whatever with them. I'll say thanks for everything. If someone won't end the talk, I'll continue the conflict and engage in debates and discussions because I have my view. She has hers. I don't wish to adjust my perspective to hers. It's as if you
Okay.
want to simply disregard me because
All
I'm
right.
discussing normal, fundamental things.
I have heard your stance, although I do not concur with it. Natalia Mikhailovna, I would now like to hear your perspective. In your opinion, what do you believe was the reason you were expelled from the room today?
I just want to clarify because when I started explaining to Katya, she just didn't hear. She doesn't listen. She just doesn't want to hear. Katya only hears herself. I was unaware that these items were not worn. Naturally, I washed them and hung them up because they were shorts and I thought it was still warm. I didn't know these items weren't worn and that they were no longer needed. Today I tried to explain this. Katya didn't hear me.
Can you
Dad,
shoot
can
now?
I finish? No, wait.
It needed
can
to
I
be
finish?
saved.
I let you express yourself. Now I washed them. Even if they are to be given away, I said, okay, tell me which ones. Here's a pile, throw it on the couch, I'll pack everything in bags and you can give it away. I'm used to giving away clean things. We give away a lot of children's things to people. Wonderful. Katya didn't hear this. I tried to explain it. I also have to defend myself somehow. She doesn't hear. Katya says, I'm accustomed to having order. There should be a scent here. All this. I constantly come, I say, well, how you came to the closet, to the shelf, jacket, pants here. I lay it all out. This is my
This
order.
is my
This is
order. This is my
This is
order.
my
This is
order.
mine.
Chaos. I
Bachelor,
can't
love
do
it
like this.
I don't squeal with anyone.
can't.
Someone order.
I can't agree. Have tact. Listen to the end. You really got a little confused.
Nikolai,
Oh,
wait,
wait,
you
you
don't-
never listen to anyone. You never listen to anyone and don't hear. And most importantly, you don't want to hear. You don't restrain yourself at all. It's unruliness when you behave like this. No one raised you like that. And I'm ashamed of you. There are our relatives who watch. Pass it on
I don't
to
care
their
about these
relatives.
Russians. You've never seen
You
these
need
Russians
to
in your
pass
life.
it on
I
to
don't care about these
relatives.
Russians. Don't care
you
about
need
them.
to pass
Arcos,
it on
who
to
are they?
relatives.
Friends to me. Who are they? Some fictional characters. I don't know them.
There aren't even fictional characters.
I am unable to.
Fictional, those you create for yourself. Artificially created body instead of going to exercise. Oh, come on, join
Come
in.
on, join me,
in.
Classic,
Look, God,
praise
everything.
God, fictional characters with support.
God support,
Well done, all
You're
well
a
done.
dependent person on some advertisements, not knowing what the consequences will be later. You're mad at me for not supporting your figure.
I agree. I will meet every deadline. So why don't I advertise? Come on, get together with my ad. What were you agreeing to? I'll finish the ad. I
Your
say,
figure and
people
operations.
advertise their own.
What's that got to do with it? With that? What are you?
What don't
are
you know? I'll do
trying
the
to
ad.
say?
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to say? What are you just saying this for? I can't understand. Well, if you're not sleeping, I'm out of the
It's
emergency.
obviously not
I've been dependent
HP.
for a long
I've been
time.
reliant
I
for
didn't
a
go
very
home
long
early.
time
Understand
indeed.
what you're doing?
It's
Give it
clear
back.
what
Give it
you're
back.
doing.
Give it back.
And if you don't hear, you're
Return
merely
it.
stating, I can't grasp it. I'm trying to say you've disregarded everyone. Acquaintances, relatives, opinions, everyone. But those who promote their physique and surgeons need to earn money from these procedures. You're quite accommodating. Listen, compliant and compliant. That
Fine.
I'm compliant.
I
You're
don't want
just
to do it
wearing
here.
me out.
You're just exhausting me.
Don't.
I just don't want to share a room with you. I tolerate dogs. I endure many inconveniences. Do you hear? Yes. Now I'm speaking. My speech. You too. Listen carefully. Listen. If you don't like putting up with me, I'm not holding you. That's one. Secondly, it was very important to me. What I was talking about. You provoked me. I merely requested you to inquire.
Want
it seemed to
my
you.
figure, though all
I
that
won't ask.
you
It's
owe
terrible.
nothing.
Everyone should have
Your
personal
figure.
boundaries.
I
You didn't
won't
say,
touch the
I'm
furs
afraid.
anymore. Not to remove them,
Yes,
nothing at
I
all.
never asked you for this. No need to play the victim. You ask. Do what you're not asked to do, so that later I look strange, and then throw it at me. How am I? You're
These women
talking
were
about
more
all the
embarrassed than about
relatives.
all the new ones.
What's with the relatives?
I came
What's
to
with my
remove them from you.
advertisement? What am I supposed to do? I don't understand how we coexist
Listen,
in a
if
bottle.
Grandma did something wrong, I would be the first to tell her that she's mistaken here. In this situation, she did nothing wrong. She wanted to assist you. She even said, I'm ready to take these things out of the closet myself and rearrange and hang them. Just a golden person. If you think I'm biased against you, let's listen to everyone's opinion. Maybe someone understands you and will stand up for you. Ilya Ibarov, please, let's begin with you.
I don't even know how to comment. I'm honestly shocked. In any case, I'll stand on the side, whoever throws stones at me here, on the side of Natalia Mikhailovna, Katya. Even if she was wrong, you should have kept quiet. Even if she's wrong, it's forgivable. What's the difference? She hung things there or did something wrong. Today, everything she might do wrong is absolutely forgivable. I'm just telling her, I'm saying, I have goosebumps. I'm telling her, Natalia Mikhailovna, stop doing things for her. Stop pampering her. Since you really don't show gratitude, Katya, stop pampering you. If you want to live an adult life, then live it. Stop straining Grandma's nerves. We, in any case, 99% of the team will be on her side. Because she's an adult, she's lived a life. She has the right to point at each of us here, because compared to her, we're snotty kids.
I'm 20. I won't.
I won't. You're not.
I won't do it here. Forget it. Natalia Mikhailovna is in tears again. She's worried.
That's who you should love, not your friends. Climb quickly.
I'm even already sleeping, afraid to turn. Well, there are some limits to how you treat yourself.
If there's friendship here, if it's even possible here, just...
I'm already tired of such arrogant, twisted opinions. Are you still my bro? Please tell me.
Did something bad?
How
I'm
can
telling
you go
the truth,
on,
I
you
can.
liar, Katya? If it smells like shit around, look around. Maybe you messed up. The whole world is against me, and I'm defending myself alone. I'll find him a normal girl, good, beautiful, so he just sees and says I'll marry. Don't send me away.
Here's Lesha Bezos. What do you think? How to get out of this situation?
Situation. I suppose I might be acting as the devil's advocate here because at this particular moment I find myself siding with Ekaterina. And what is she asking for? She is simply requesting to be listened to. Achieving respect without the presence of love is exceedingly difficult. The person lacks love. Can we judge Katya for not receiving and seeing the love in life that perhaps we all have seen? Mom tried, Grandma tried, and I think there was a choice at some point who to be closer to when there were quarrels, scandals, running away from home. Grandma gave preference to Mom because Mom was in greater need. However, Katya is still a child. And for a child, when they are not the chosen one, but someone else is, even if it's family, there are no absolute right or wrong parties, but it hurts. That is, they didn't choose her. She sought love elsewhere, sought it in marriage with Artur Nikolichuk. We were also looking for some kind of love together, yet she did not receive love, and she never found it. And everything ended in a very terrible manner. She is merely asking for independence, realizing that she didn't find love in her family, in the family she created, it didn't work out. But the person didn't see love. Perhaps we should try not to judge her from a legal standpoint, but rather from a perspective of understanding. She says, I want to separate, I am independent from everyone, not from relatives, not from grandma. She's an individual, that's how it turned out. And now we need to try to hear each other only, well, as I see it, by this method, so that Katya lives grandma's life for a day and grandma lives Katya's. That is, for Katya to fulfill all the duties that grandma fulfills. And grandma will live approximately like Katya, so they at least understand who does what and who needs what more. Maybe that way they can hear each other.
Well, that's an interesting thought. Maybe you can persuade Katya after the meeting to take on all the responsibilities that Grandma does? Yes, and do it for herself and for Grandma. That would be a very experiment. And Grandma would live in such a situation. Wait a second. No. Okay, Elina, I want to hear from you too.
Probably when something irritates you, you react even to such moments. It seems like we're looking at a good deed from the outside, but from Katya's perspective, I hear her at this moment, I might have gotten upset somewhere too, but in this particular situation. But overall, listening to Grandma now, what an internal explosion she has. Probably Katya really needs to hear her too. Katya, if Grandma leaves, will you be at least a little upset or not? I didn't say she needs to leave me. I told her, leave the room, because there's a conflict. The person wasn't going to leave the room. She was provoking me. She started telling me, and now she won't lie. If I'm a neurotic who needs treatment in a clinic, you're not a neurotic.
I was looking for help.
You don't need treatment in a
Your
clinic.
phone.
I'm psychotic.
I said, I'm looking for a phone. That's okay. I was looking for a phone.
Before that, you
spend
told
a lot
me
of
I
time
was a
on. I said,
neurotic. I
I
have
was
no
looking for a
shame or
phone.
conscience.
I'll find the phone and leave. That's not
That's
true.
not true.
I couldn't say I was in the
I'm
room.
a neurotic.
I'm not against
I'm
it.
a neurotic. Now
I
the
was looking
hosts
for
are
a
saying
phone.
how it wasn't. Before that, why did I ask you to leave the room? I was just suggesting to be quiet.
Katya, tell me, how do you want the relationship with Grandma to be, honestly?
I wouldn't want it to be like in some other situations.
Like just friendly communication? Yes.
I would like... You see, I wouldn't want... Yesterday there was some surveillance.
No.
Where? What? I'm 21.
I won't
do this.
you're
I
not
live here. I won't do
nothing.
this. Forget it. I will never do this. I live here. I'm in the perimeter. I'm going out to the perimeter.
Subchaku, get ready.
Keep your worries to yourself. That's it. Because I'm not going to report.
Katya, you're behaving badly
I
right
am
now,
not planning
really.
to do that.
You're
Just
behaving
forget
badly.
everything. I
It's
desire
better for
freedom
you
and
to calm
independence.
down.
I shouldn't have to sit and report to anyone. Write something to someone. Who am I spending my time with? How exactly am I spending it? I am not obligated to tell you about this. Just forget about
You
it.
have day by my mood.
I gave you.
You're joking.
Damn, she's leading my revenge if there are no relatives. Please stop
What are you
this,
talking
Katya.
about, Ilya?
Katya,
What exactly
I
are
am
you talking
asking
about?
you to stop.
About ads, saying something.
She cares about you.
Guys,
she
about
ran out
advertising
to
that I'm
find you
quitting.
from 1:30 in the night. Please
What's this
stop.
about?
Let's go. You
Goodbye
can
to
leave us
everyone. I'm
anywhere
just
you
sending
want.
everyone
You're
into
fine.
parenthood.
Freedom only
Love her,
leads from
support
you.
her.
Freedom
you want
only
me to
leads
tell you
from you.
something?
Everyone what? Do you want
Something
me to
and
tell
your
you
friends,
something?
you know, what do they trust you with? Katya, friends, what are you talking
are you
about?
talking about?
Friends,
Who?
that's
Friends?
who
From
you
whom?
should love, not your friends. Go
We're
to
just
hell.
going on a date. You know what? When and they kicked me out from home. I was almost for extra years. They were the ones who accepted me. These women who...
Well, that's how it is.
Listen, everything. Together.
That's Katya's cry from the heart.
It's truly...
Honestly, it's very difficult because it's a very unpleasant situation, a family conflict. It's unpleasant to watch. I really wish that
Close people, relatives were. Let's move on to
Natalia
the next.
Mikhailovna. Okay, let's not do this anymore. Natalia Mikhailovna. No need for
You didn't
anything.
even understand the
Natalia
advertising correctly.
Mikhailovna.
You don't know.
What she's trying to say, I know everything. The fact is, Natalia Mikhailovna is in tears again. She's worried. I don't know how to stop this, how to bring peace to the family. But I ask all of you, after the meeting, who supports Katya? Maybe Lesha, you understand her. Who supports Natalia Mikhailovna? Talk to Natalia Mikhailovna. But this needs to be resolved in any case. It needs to be stopped and relatives need to be helped to find peace. And I'm sure it will work out. I know it will work out because they have no one closer in their lives. Okay, now let's take a little breath and move on to the next topic. Today, Katya Kvashnikova apologized to Lesha Bezos. Lesha apologized in return. And it seemed that, well, finally the conflict was closed. At least Igor and Lesha's friendship won't suffer. But that wasn't the case. Katya went to call her boyfriend and said, well, Lesha Bezos' apologies were strange. I didn't take them seriously. But that's not even the point. Lesha suggested that we prepare a party, a barbecue for the guys together. What do you think, Igor? Why? Make conclusions about your friend, what he does in your absence. After hearing all this, Igor said, then he's not a friend to me.
He told me
Lesha.
like that. I asked, what kind of friends are you?
That's
That's
exactly
exactly
what
what
he
he
told me.
told me. That he's a comrade.
That he's
he...
not a friend to him then.
Not
Lesha.
in another context.
What statement from Grigoria? Harsh. She's constantly winding Igor up. And what Igor said, I think if he were present, he would see it completely differently. Why, Katya, make such a message? I can't understand. You make
Listen.
it sound like I'm offering you a date.
Well, I have my own perception, and I have the right to perceive it as I perceive it. I have distrust towards you from the start. Well, honestly, I'm saying it as it is.
Let Igor draw conclusions as he intends to in the right way. If they communicate with me with respect and hear my opinion, I will live. If friends are chosen through other opinions, something else, then I don't need such friends. I hope Igor will come.
I hope Igor will come.
We'll talk as it is. And I have no intention of keeping anything under wraps or being overly cautious because I'm already interacting with you, Ekaterina, in a manner that is exceedingly polite. However, I have grown weary of such haughty and distorted opinions that are being expressed.
Are you telling
so
me this?
So it turns out
oh,
that
no.
Katya
so
achieved
Katya
what she
got her
wanted.
way.
Yes.
Certainly.
Listen,
Yes.
I
We
truly
would have
wasn't
more than a few
pursuing
guys.
any specific objectives to prevent them from
They don't
communicating or
now
anything else of that
communicate or
nature.
anything else.
I'm expressing
I'm
it as I
expressing it as I
perceive and
perceive
feel
it.
it. I'm explaining to you, I don't trust you and I have the right to do so. I don't trust you. And there are reasons for
What
this
did
as
I
well.
do to twist Igor like that? What did I do?
I didn't twist anything. I said it verbatim as I heard it. I said, listen, it's
What is
strange.
peculiar about it? Go to the grill, everyone.
Me, it's peculiar. Don't ask me questions about it.
We will
Strange,
hear all
no.
opinions from the side.
See?
We will continue later, Katya. Is there anyone among the participants who finds this strange? Please, Ilya Ibarov.
I will express my opinion, and I will no longer remain silent, whatever happens here. I have indeed noticed on numerous occasions that Katya conveys completely different information to Igor. Just consider, we recently had a conflict when Igor snapped at me, yelled when it was about this photo. Can you imagine how much it had to be conveyed to the person that everyone was to blame, except Katya? Everyone was to blame. Just don't say... If
Anton,
Igor
can I say it
comes,
right away?
I will definitely...
You'll answer.
I have the right to my opinion. I'm not interested,
I'm not
in,
interested
a discussion
in a
with
discussion
you.
with
Please
you.
listen.
Please listen.
Igor will definitely come. I want to really, as an old, long-time comrade, we have known each other for a very long time, just explain to him. Igor, whatever happens, always listen to both sides. I really don't like, even take me too.
I don't like a lot of things either. I don't like how you communicate with me.
And
I don't
what
like
did
how
I
you
do
communicate with
wrong to
me
you,
either,
Katya?
Clyde. You don't always communicate
Katya,
either.
no. Katya, do I communicate with you in a raised
Well,
tone?
damn.
No? Do
You
I
will
somehow insult
definitely
you? No,
answer.
you know I possess your man. That's
Well,
why...
I see that another participant is waiting for a conversation with Igor.
Igor, whatever
it's heating
happens,
up, it turns
always...
out. You have questions. Bezos has questions. Now maybe we'll find out if anyone else has them. I don't
Listen
want to
to both
talk
sides. I
to
want-
each other.
I never pit anyone against each other. Well, how do you not? I approached and told verbatim what the situation was. Verbatim. I didn't embellish anything. I didn't embellish anything. I said it as it is. It was Igor's reaction. I'm not responsible for Igor's reaction. No need to invent that I'm lying, that I approach and embellish it for him. I don't even embellish. I say
I see.
everything verbatim, as it is.
What is? But if all participants pay attention to this, then maybe there is something, some thought in their
All
words.
right, let it be. Let it be so. Let there be a grain of truth or all the truth. It doesn't matter to me. I want to say one thing. Lesha can talk to him, whoever wants. Let Yebarov talk. Even if the whole Polyana talks to him, let him convey his thoughts. The only thing I want to say about our conflict, I don't want to anymore. I'm closing this issue. Let him say what he wants. I will just
Listen,
leave.
Katya,
I will just
while you're
leave.
still here closing something. And Elina Rakimova laughed very loudly at the words that you're closing the conflict. That's
You
peculiar.
said such strange things. I'm closing it. Well, and now it's the second day. And tomorrow you'll sit and say that you're closing it. But nothing is closing. Katya, you're turning the situation around. By doing so, you're pitting people against each other. So, I'll say it again. The conflict is bound to happen 100%.
At some point
Let
in the
Igor
future, he
explode
will
someday.
definitely
No,
explode.
let him
No,
then.
let it be so then. Listen carefully first, then respond. You interrupt everyone constantly.
I want to tell Anton now, any communication with Katya turns into something incomprehensible and some tense situations. When Igor arrives, you will have to sort things out and resolve the issues. Honestly, I don't even want to talk. Don't want to be friends with Igor? Then
All right.
don't be friends.
Don't
want to
direct
talk,
this at
don't
me.
talk, don't
Instead,
want to tell me,
communicate
just say
this
it
to
like
Igor.
that. Don't want to communicate, don't want to discuss, do something else. More blackmail with friendship, then I don't need it. Live as you wish. I don't want to communicate. I
It's
don't want to
quite
discuss.
simple. I am
don't want
unable
anything.
to
I
listen.
simply don't
I am
want to.
unable to listen to insincerity.
Will I still worry here about how Katya conveyed something or something else? If a person doesn't value friendship and you present it like this, live as you want, then I'm simply not present in this life. Live.
How cunning a
No,
person can
no.
be. How truly cunning. He didn't hear the conversation between us.
I
He
told
didn't hear
this.
what Igor said.
Well,
You just presented it. Wasn't that
wasn't
the
that
conversation we had?
Anton also said, is it truth or
I'm
lie?
telling you how it was.
How was
I
it?
said, listen.
I said, listen.
You have an
your
interesting
friendship. Is
friendship.
intriguing.
Interesting
your
you
friendship
have.
is intriguing. Anton said, truth or lie?
Igor said, he's not a friend. Well, yes, not a friend. Igor said so. But before leaving, he
Friendship.
mentioned that
He said-
Lisa
Well, that's Harry.
Bezus is
That's
indeed a
friendship.
friend.
There is friendly communication. I don't know how Lesha perceives it. They can be different. No need.
No need to say that it wasn't there. And that
I
what
say
I say,
those
those
words
words weren't there. They
it
weren't.
was exactly
We
like
heard
that.
you.
I realized that it's easier for me to sit here.
Everyone heard.
Not to participate in
Katya.
teams where everything
Where
is
is everyone?
exaggerated, twisted. This makes you lose your mind. Simply put, and you feel like going home.
We
It's
don't see that you have a
impossible.
mind.
Insincere, which I understand is now playing a trick. Shows some ridiculous fake reaction. Then he will continue to communicate with Igor as if nothing happened. But I perceive it in my own way, sharply. Is there any friendship here? It's impossible. Just...
Maybe Katya understands the keyboard?
I already told Katya that she reacts very sharply to everything. I say, let's remember Igor, what kind of person he is. He is very sociable. Friends are important to him. Companies are important. But now it turns out that when he started dating Katya, he plunged into some burden. And he no longer gathers as in the previous crowd. But in general, at this rate, Katya will quarrel him with everyone. Katya should have tried not to shut everyone's mouths with aggression. Go away. You're like that.
Smooth the turnover?
Everyone. Just everyone she didn't send away, except for Grandma. But there is one big truth. Look at all this from a positive point of view. No one wishes harm. No one here except is an enemy to each other. But in fact, if a little positively I pointed at you, yes. If you slightly steer it into a positive direction and show Igor this lightness, this freedom, let's invite friends there. Let's even invite the poorest. I don't have friends here. Try to communicate. Listen, I communicate.
Katya, yes. Listen, I communicate.
First of all, I communicate here more than you with people. But it's true. I communicate with people, but I have no friends here. I don't believe anyone.
You can't
I communicate
say,
with
"I don't
whom
trust
not.
anyone."
We rarely communicate with you. This is my assumption.
I don't believe in
this
your-
is all
it's
your
all in your
assumption.
position. I'm telling
You
you,
interrupt
I
everyone.
communicate.
You send everyone away. I haven't even fully expressed my opinion. There's no need to shout at me. I'm saying there's no need to shout at me. You expressed your opinion. You interrupt. Because you're not telling the truth. Everything you say is untrue, Katya. Because you are not opposing me. You are not against me. You are a liar, Katya. Listen, if I'm a liar to you, it doesn't bother me. I'm telling you the
Katya, you
truth.
always
Allow
interrupt him.
people to speak. If I perceived, oh dear, I will continue to speak.
We'll speak.
I will continue to speak, interrupting.
So ladies, let's calm down. We've heard. It's quite
I
challenging.
just hate this.
I suggest we stop here. Katya, honestly, you have no adversaries here. No one treats you poorly. But if you found friends so far, I'm sure it will work out. Maybe in the future, and you'll find friends and support, but it can't be that everyone is wrong. Draw conclusions, think, perhaps you were wrong about something. Don't cry. Don't fall into the victim role. Analyze. What can be corrected? And I'm sure you'll succeed. And how all this will unfold, we'll see right after the face-off. Stay tuned. There's still plenty of interesting things ahead.
Anton, do you know the saying? If it smells bad around, look around. Maybe you messed up.
Who is this? Is it directed towards Katya? Yes?
In
maybe?
general, if everyone is bad, maybe look around. Go yourself. What are you going to send?
Not, I even sleep already, afraid to turn. Well, there are some limits to self-treatment. For a cup of coffee, I always say thank you in the morning.
Are you still my bro? Say hello, bro.
Did something wrong?
Well, she called me crap. I think she calls you a fool. You're a fool. The whole world is against me. I'm the only one defending myself. I'll find him a decent girl, a good, beautiful one. So he just sees and says, I'm getting married now. Don't send me away.
Now we have to imagine as if we're riding near the bag. You know what else we should do? Swim naked.
No, Kitty, no, Kitty. We'll change now.
Swim our desire.
Not in the women's? No, by no means.
We have a couch there. I even sleep already, afraid to turn. I sleep like this, turn on my side, carefully.
Now, right now, In any case, you need to not approach her a little now. She'll calm down now, at least until the evening.
Now, you understand, right, Anton? I'm very patient.
It happens already. I see, Natalia, what you endure. No one here would have endured already. I'm amazed. Your endurance is really...
On one hand, I understand that she recently had a depressive state, and I'm here for her support. Just the fact that I'm here is already support. And I already flared up because, well, there are some limits to self-treatment.
It's not about respect, it's about the same gratitude. For me, gratitude is truly thanking when you were helped, when you were rescued, sacrificed something. And when I think about what a person did for me, I can't create the appearance that something was done for me, invent it. And when she asks for this gratitude for a cup of coffee, I always say thank you in the morning. I believe that animals living here is a violation of my boundaries. I accept these animals gritting my teeth. I accept animals.
I can say that I'm a super ideal ex. I don't interfere with them. On the contrary, I give the right advice. But I can be a bad ex.
Yes, you're a good ex.
No, well, I can be a super good ex and really find a decent girl. Katya made me angry because, firstly, she didn't let me speak. She interrupted, and I was sent to hell. So, as they say, since such a dialogue has started, I won't insult and send either. But I'll go all in. I still have to live here because I'm in a couple. It's important to me. I'm not perfect either. I have a sharp tongue. When I'm emotional, go away. Go away.
Someone you interrupt. Klava started talking, you start interrupting. Started talking, you interrupt. Someone like Bezos begins to speak and you interrupt him. Honestly, it's genuinely easier for me to remain in the background, away from the spotlight. Or perhaps a long time ago discuss that particular incident which is unpleasant to you and put an end to that matter.
Being fit
However,
is
that's
impossible.
simply not feasible.
At the moment, it seems to me that the whole world is against me. I'm defending myself alone from the whole world. And for me, this situation is quite challenging. Therefore, it provokes such intense emotions within me.
I just understand her situation well, to put it that way. After all, I'm not a pushover either. Is it really that bad? Of course, I respect myself because I would never forgive anyone for something like that. Only because it's my own. And that, well, it genuinely hurts me, even makes me upset that she just exaggerates some situation. By her foolishness, she ran there.
In reality, she speaks of things that aren't true. I can clearly see
She
this.
was raised.
I see it, that she says things that aren't true. But again, we understand with you that she now, well, how to say,
And for
it's incorrect. Her
such
mind is slipping. That's
mind-
it. Her nervous system is genuinely deteriorating.
I'm even upset for Katya, that she doesn't understand not so much for herself, but for her. In life, with her character, the fact that she has character, her own position is good. But still, you need to respect close people, especially those you live with.
Our relationship was cold because there was always some cynicism from her side. And now I see that there is a desire to gain support. There is no desire to hear each other because my requests are banal. My reaction, my rude reaction is spoiled, neurotic. And she knows about it, but she's not sick. She's in her right mind and senses. I don't need to be given discounts, but in any case, calling me to inappropriate gratitude is strange from her side.
I will genuinely take up. Just when Igor arrives, I'll see she'll quarrel him with everyone, and I'll just say, Igor, your birthday has already passed. Well, here's your gift. She doesn't mess with your head. She cooks, cleans, the house is neat, cozy. No, not me. Not me. And she doesn't resemble me. I'll find him a decent girl, a good, beautiful one, so he just sees and says, I'm getting married. and she'll give him children, and everything will be fine. No matter how Katya Kvashnikova's fans try to insult me later, it's not worth sending me away.
I genuinely haven't heard him insult you in any way.
Are you against me?
Maybe I just wasn't present at
Even
those...
I have complaints not only about insults.
quarrels. Do you think he's picking on you alone? He approaches everyone, and that's normal. And it's only your opinion to
Do you understand or not? I understand, but...
Klava didn't say anything for you to react like that, I swear.
I was called crap. How should I respond? How did you call Bezos crap? I agree that I have issues with perception. I explain that I genuinely don't trust anyone here. I perceive everything sharply. Maybe I perceive it in my own way, and my perception is false. Maybe that's how it is. Nothing can be done with me. How should I have responded to Klava? I was called crap. I also have a reaction. I also give a reaction.
Really in the
you said a
nude.
phrase.
If it smells from everyone, then
Like
what?
if it stinks, look around. Maybe for me it's the same as being called crap, like a saying. I remember when you talk about Lesha and say, I dug a rot. Were you joking?
Yes.
Lesha joked about me the same way, without opening his eyes. Yes, Lesha joked about me. I didn't joke about him like that. It was the first time, Lesha. It takes me back to school years, where I was conditionally against the whole world. I was called names, laughed at, pointed fingers at. And when I find myself in a similar situation, it's hard to endure. It annoys. I can't.
Well, Nikolic, continuation of our today's conversation about the sea. Oops. I want us to continue to imagine that we will go, fly to the sea. We'll start with the city, and today we already imagined as if we were entering the hotel. We put on all these hats and accessories and entered. Now we have to imagine as if we are riding close to the shoreline, whether on a yacht or a boat, or even not on a boat, near our hotel. And this is sea,
The Azure Coast.
laser,
Sweetheart,
music.
how shall we sit down?
So we can take just one little boat. So, like this. Come on, Boblicik.
What's bothering you? In the team, in life, can you just share your thoughts? And at least do something before Klava that... What?
Well, she referred to me as fool, crap. You're a fool. Didn't call you crap? There's a saying. If it smells like crap around, look around. Maybe you messed yourself. The point of this saying is that if you think everyone... Then, Katya, the issue lies with you, not with others. Learn. Listen, I'll say this. It's useless for me not to talk to you. No problem. Not discuss, not talk, I won't. That's it. No, that's it. You're not. I heard. Katya has conflicts with everyone. Well, you can't live like that. You live in a team. You live with these people 24/7. But you can find communication with people. Make it so that your life is easier and not send people away.
Hotel. That's it. The sea. Turkey.
Listen, why are you... Oh, it's extremely cold. Damn.
What's scary? Do you think the sea is warm? At night.
Well, I think it's warm in September.
Velvet, but at night.
Certainly.
At night. Since we have a child, I think we'll only have activity at night. Nikolic, do you understand that when... Have you ever been to the sea?
Yes.
With parents, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the sea, what did you do?
At the end of the sea,
Huh?
we didn't do anything. At the end of the sea, we all shopped. We went home.
No, what do they traditionally do?
I don't know. We didn't do anything traditionally.
Make wishes, bubbly chick.
We didn't finish the trolls.
Look what I prepared. Oops, oops, oops. So we need to write with you.
Listen, I've never even heard of this, to be honest.
And now,
Not
conditions.
So what was desired?
I already mentioned that I have a feeling that people seem have a desire to add somewhere, to salt somewhere, to exaggerate somewhere.
It happens, yes, it happens. Would.
Yes, it happens, yes. I can't calmly
Nothing terrible. We're speeding up a bit.
react. Well, I'm such a person with trust.
Yes, we had it. It happens. In my own way, I feel sorry for Katya. She wants to make it so that she's heard, but she herself doesn't know what she's talking about. That is, she hasn't figured herself out, but probably wants to convey, maybe have respect for me, or hear, or accept my point of view.
Did you just fuel the conflict between Bezos and Igor? I fueled it. I told him, like, I fueled it. It
Yes,
wasn't
it
like
wasn't
that.
like that. It
It wasn't like
lasted
that.
It mutated.
Can I accept you in my own
Can you
way?
call Igor and say, I perceived it in my own way? Don't quarrel with Leka. He explained that you want peace and everything is fine.
I don't want you to quarrel.
Have fun. Enjoy. Right by points? Of course first. Just be quick. You know, Kitty, I'm not a scribe here to be faster. I'll write as I can.
You know, Kitty, I'm not a scribe here to be faster. I'll
Boy.
write as I can. Ah.
You know what we should do? Swim naked. What, with a renovation? Where will we swim naked? We'll leave the Christmas tree in the hotel and swim naked with you. No, although you know, don't write. The local. No, swimming is good.
No, swimming is good.
Well, listen, they're all kind of married there too, and then why is that?
So are we married? It doesn't come to us.
Complexes will start why?
Hello, Igor. Are you busy? Yes. Well, now we're sitting here with Leisha and Bezos and just in the room. And we want to tell you that now it was very difficult. I quarreled with everyone again. Well, almost with everyone. And in general, apologize to each other. Apologize to each other. I don't know if Lesha has any questions there.
Bro, yes, hi.
Yes, hi.
Say hi. Say hi.
Did something bad?
I say hi, bro. In general, we apologize to Katya, to each other. We want you to rest calmly, be with your family.
I was worried. For the reason that Igor left to take a break and relax, but in reality, he isn't getting any rest because he receives calls from me and from other people. And I understand that it's starting to not look like a vacation.
So what else is there?
You know, I would like to jump off this as well.
From the steps.
No, this one, like a glider.
Paraglider. Here, Vikulik is definitely not an option. Why? Well, Aliona is going there.
So on a glider, one at a time. One at a time? Yes. If you don't want to, I can do it. So let's move on to the 8th point. So definitely eat to your heart's content.
Of course, that's the first thing that must be done.
This is... Eat to your heart's content. Why is it so bright at the sea? So, 9. What else?
I'm really worried here, actually. Because you are dear to me in your own way, and, understand you're my girl, beloved, and, well, it's hard, especially when you can't influence from a distance, so if it's like this, thank you very much. Thank you for thinking about me and finding, like adults, a common language among yourselves. I hope that further communication will go well.
Absolutely. I also greatly value our friendship, not...
Honestly, there was a time when I had doubts. But now I realize that it's truly valuable, so thank you.
Doubt, please. Don't call me a comrade, call me a friend. Because I see you as a friend.
Okay, Leo, I consider you the same.
I really value friendship. Because the world itself will throw challenges at us. And with friends to overcome these challenges always brings joy, always brings happiness. Friendship is as rare as finding.
We'll let it go on the waves. On the waves. And it will definitely reach its destination.
And let's actually do this in Turkey as well.
Where? Let's do it together.
Oh.
To Turkey.
We'll do this in Turkey. We'll let a
Close
bottle
it.
go.
And kiss it from both sides. Just kidding. Yes, jokes. Oh, Lyoha, come on, together.
What, do we need to throw it or what?
Well, if you want, let's do it like this. The main thing is not to tip over.
No, kitty, no, kitty. No.
Sail, our wish.
Will it sink, right?
Yes, we'll go to the city, and we will definitely go to rest. Come on, Bublichka.
I hope.
Katya is not the person she pretends to be. I disagree. Agree. If you disagree, then say you disagree and answer Klava. Klava's threats, they really don't bother me.
Let's go!
Wow. Do you see, Katya?
Oh my,
this is
I'm
a
right.
threat. Can you do
Wow.
that?
I can do that.
No, Katya, I'll never say otherwise. You'll apologize to me again.
Cover
You'll
your
interrupt
mouth now.
I hear.
Close your mouth completely. Close your mouth, watch yourself. Men are made by women, and we must work, earn, bring. All beautiful people. He only needs riffraff, disgraceful. Or maybe you should change to become a businessman.
You won't leave me if everything stays exactly the same as today? I think that's the most honest question. That's
If
bad.
he has a ceiling of 200,000, and what? Ceiling? Why tears, Ilyuk?
Here, Ilyuk, what's up? Do you know why couples aren't born? Because our women wash their hair once every 3-4 days and 5.
Love, can I understand correctly that family is close to her, and for you, it's no longer a family?
What? I'm now afraid of her. I'm now afraid of her. It hurts her that she's being pushed away. She's being pushed away and rejected. Katya thinks that I have a glass. I'll bring you a carafe. Natalia?
But how deeply I love you. I don't want us to play Mother Teresa here, but I don't like it. You can play. Gorina Friday, go home. Imagine, Gorina Imagine I looks say he
and
looks
freezes.
and calls.
Quiet.